And so are you sharing it? Are you going to share it out too?
Yeah, I will. Hold on.
Okay, thank you, because you're brave.
Yeah. Well.
It says it's streaming.
It's on your Facebook, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There. So I'm going to share this out, and anyone else that wants to share it out can do that as well. And then once we do that, I'm just going to get you to introduce yourself. So anything you feel like is worth sharing about kind of your healing journey, or anything that you do healing wise that you want other people to know. You can start that anytime.
I'm trying to share this.
Okay.
Hi, so my name is Melissa. I live in Moncton, New Brunswick. I also am an energy healer. I am the owner and founder of the Money Lotus Healing, and I am a certified emotion code and body code practitioner. So essentially what I do is remove trapped emotions and any other imbalances that are contributing to any physical, emotional, mental problems, clearing blockages, any barriers that are preventing you from living your best life. So I'm just here helping out Robin, friend, who I have been healed by, taught by. So
Scolded by, just kidding.
Scolded by, yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So you did a little bit of Reiki training. Did you catch any of it? Like, did you actually get to kind of watch it?
Yeah, I was there for the first part of it. I wasn't able to attend the second part.
Okay. Cool. So what is your knowledge about Reiki? Like, because I just don't know where you're at with it. So I don't want to.
Yeah, for sure. So essentially what my understanding of Reiki is basically healing touch without the touch. So we were given the healing Reiki energy. We ask for it, we have it in our hands, and then we go through the body, and we basically can feel any imbalances, any energetic static, I guess, and we can remove that and bring the body back into balance.
I love that version of it. That's awesome. Yeah, because everybody's a little bit different. Like, there are people that teach Reiki as a touch, not a non-touch. So like when I've taught people, it's like I'll get somebody that was taught by somebody else and they come to me and it's completely different. But the way that I teach is, and it changes over time, is non-touch, because that's what's nice about Reiki. And I love doing it through distance because energy is everywhere. So it's super cool right now during these times that we can do that. But at the same time, sometimes we do touch in person because it brings somebody back into their body. And so it's nice. That's a nice feature. So when you're getting a distant healing session, which is the way we're doing it today, I would invite you to bring things into your space that make you feel more comfortable, that make you feel more grounded, because I can't kind of like put my hands on your feet to ground you or put my hands on your head. So, and really honestly, that's what I feel like touch does, is it just pulls people back down, because when we're attuned to Reiki, we feel it in our palms. And so people kind of feel that healing energy, and it might come across as heat. So even right now, I'm actually feeling a lot of heat around my head, because what's going to happen is as I tune into you, I'm going to start feeling like all of the things that you feel. So it's already starting to happen, even though we didn't call the energy. So do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay, so we'll just start off with like kind of a little bit of what you might have going on that you feel comfortable to share, because obviously when we do a live, it is different than a personal session. So I mean, it's totally okay. You can be super vulnerable, or you can kind of filter it. It's completely up to you. But in general, if we were even to just you knowing your own chakras, anything you think you might have going on, again, this doesn't matter, because I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my thing anyway, but it just gives you an idea of where you were from the before and after. Cool.
So as far as chakras go, I would say that I'm struggling with my throat chakra.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say necessarily about speaking or communicating. I feel like that's fine, but I'm feeling a little stagnation with speaking my truth and, you know, the motivation to do that. So I guess that could be probably like the solar plexus too. Like the creativity, I guess, is lacking. As far as physical, I would say just some like mild pain in my shoulders, back, lower back. But that's from like exercising. So
Okay. So and that's what happens sometimes, like when I get people, it's like they automatically go to that logical, like, oh, that's from exercise, or especially backs. It's always like, oh yeah, like I don't have any issues, it's just my back. And it's like, okay, well, your back is your entire spine, which is where all of your chakras spin and run. And when they get blocked, then it affects like all kinds of different things. So you were just talking about kind of like a creative block. If you do have a little bit of tension in your body, absolutely that can affect how you feel creative wise, because you might feel more fatigued. So you might have less motivation to be creative, to come up with solutions to problems, because it's like, oh, everything feels like an effort right now. So, and then when that feels like that's the case, sometimes you might overthink as well. And so start to get into your head about it. And when really all you need to do is either do some Reiki clearing, but also you need rest. So the way Reiki works as well is it's a body, mind, spirit. And so although it's emotional and spiritual, it absolutely can affect your physical and it can affect your mental as well. So typically, like I do have a psychology background and so do you, which is really cool. So although we're doing just like emotional and spiritual, of course, psychology can tie in. So it's a really nice practice where we can offer some gentle comfort to people while we are doing any type of counseling, that sort of thing. So although Reiki typically is not speaking, it could be a completely silent treatment. It can also be an opportunity for people to feel safe with you, to also through their throat chakra verbalize some things in that moment that they need to let go of. Because as a practitioner, I can do all that stuff for you, but moving forward, we don't want to become dependent on our practitioner. We want to help them develop some skills and tools as well. So that's kind of my style of teaching, is let's develop some skills and tools so that by the end of this, you have a few things that you can work on. Some people don't like working on themselves. They literally just want somebody to do it for them. Excuse me, it's like throat chakra stuff's coming up. I guess I'm speaking my truth here, but that's fine. Like if you want a spa, you know, kind of like a spa treatment, because we all need that as well. When I have people that have a lot of trauma, I've worked with people who could not speak, and this was a perfect opportunity for them. And also if somebody has been, extremely traumatized, that might not be the right time. And that's given me lots of chills. So that's just kind of what I do feel into my session. So if people don't want to be touched, we ask them ahead of time. And if somebody doesn't want to speak, they don't have to either. I just feel like sharing that, because a lot of people go to different practitioners one time and think that that's the way that Reiki is, and it's completely different every time you come, actually. So let's start. I'm going to get you to really receive, because you are a practitioner in other healing modalities and you really like to learn. I know you're like very hyperactive learner. So I'm going to invite you to come into your feminine, and especially around this full moon, and really just absorb the good. Especially, I know sometimes I feel like you have some imbalances with energy. So we really want the positive energy to soak into you. So right now we're going to close our eyes. And if it feels right, I'm going to get you to put your hand over your heart or throat or wherever it wants to be. And we're just going to take a couple cleansing breaths. And so anybody that's watching can also do the same thing. They can follow along. Now I'm going to draw in my Reiki symbols. I'm also going to draw them on myself to open myself up. And I'm setting the intention for this healing to be specifically for Melissa. I'm also going to get you to ground yourself. So that might be if you have a crystal, or if it's giving yourself more fresh air, or visualizing roots coming down into the earth. You might, if you believe in angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, ancestors, loved ones that have crossed over, guardian angels, spirit animals, or any other energies that want to come through and be present for you. And I'm going to ask that on my end as well, that Reiki starts to flow through you and give you any additional support that you might need at this time. And let me know, just to check in, are you feeling any heat anywhere?
My head a little bit. My face.
Okay. And I'm feeling it on my heart. So I just feel like with your breath, just really let your breath out. So we're talking about throat chakra. And so especially with the back issues, just notice your shoulders wanting to drop as you breathe out. So it's just kind of relaxing that neck. This is more like a peace offering. Sometimes when we have a lot of heart chakra stuff going on, it's like, I'll deal with it when I deal with it. But sometimes it's nice to get somebody else to deal with it for you, just because we get busy. So right now it just feels like we're taking a little bit of weight off of your shoulders. One more thing off your to-do list. I'm just checking that list off. So I even invite you to just see the list of all the to-dos. Visualize that to-do list and seeing yourself checking at least half of that list off right now, okay? Just with your mind. And I don't know if you're resting your head or if you're just sitting on a chair, but if there is a way you can rest your head a bit more, yes, get comfortable, relax. So just clearing out the mind as well. If it feels right, you can give yourself like a little forehead massage, like kind of like when you massage your temples, or like a head massage, just kind of like rest that head. I feel like that to-do list is large. So just see it now 60% checked off. Maybe relaxation was on that list. Maybe spiritual healing was on the list. And just really comfort the head as well. So however you can support your head more, just let the head feel heavy. It's okay to let go. Same thing with the shoulders. If they're feeling like Mama Bear wants to protect her cubs or wants to protect me, then I'm saying stupid things right now. Don't worry about everybody else. Take a little moment for you and really let that guard down. And you can place your hands wherever you want, just getting comfortable, whatever feels right for you. Yes. And so if you were to pick an area of your body where you are feeling some tension or chakra, your pick, where would that be?
My lower back.
Lower back, okay. And so what are you feeling in the lower back?
I would say just like a pressure, like in my hips.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and could this be relationship related with others or yourself?
Probably, usually.
Okay, and if you were to put a shape to this?
Square.
Okay, and what about a texture?
Like wooden.
Okay. And what about a sound?
Like a hollow echo.
Okay. And what about a size?
Like one of those wooden blocks.
Okay. And how about a color?
Black.
Black. Okay. So we're going to gently take this black, hollow, echoey box that's in your lower back. It's creating pressure for you, potentially related to relationships, others, or within yourself. I'm going to remove that from your low back. We're going to bring it up into champagne colored light. We're just going to purify it with fluid energy, lots of fluid movement, very easy going, very natural. Super easy to communicate in that space. No pressure. We're just going to ask it a question. What were you here to teach me? Just let me know what you get.
Stop doing that doesn't make you happy.
The shit, is that what you said?
Yeah. Push. I don't know if I can say it.
Yeah, you can say shit all you want here. Yeah.
Don't do shit that doesn't make you happy.
Okay. So we're just going to thank it for giving you that amazing knowledge and wisdom. And we're going to take that knowledge and wisdom back with us. And all of these beautiful, pure things that we just discussed, all loving, light energy. Just going to bring that back into the low back. Taking a deep breath. Noticing how the back's now feeling. How's it feeling?
Good. I feel like I'm melting into my pillow and I have like this tingle going down my left leg.
Okay, that's interesting because I have a tingle in my right leg. So if we were mirroring each other, it would be like exact. Yeah. So what do you think that tingling is?
I would say it's the blockage clearing out of my body.
Okay, awesome. Yes, because I was feeling the urge to like tap my feet, like to
Yeah,
wake.
I just did.
Okay, awesome. To wake the body back up. And I also kind of felt that desire to dance, like dance and jump. Just very happy, right? Like just woohoo. because it feels like, you're right, like you're on a path right now where it's just like, yes, I need to like get up and dance. Probably why when we were removing that energy, we were putting movement in there, because it's actually good to move your body. You want to be healthy, you want to move your body, but you want to move it in a way that it's not painful and stiff. You want it to be fun and easy. So something like a free-flowing dance class or something, like even just online, where you just like, you turn into a goddess and you just start like belly dancing and letting your body move the way it wants to, feels really healthy for you. And also like Kundalini energy. I don't know if you've ever worked with that. What's your experience with Kundalini energy?
Just like basic, like guided meditations and some like Kundalini, like yoga. Okay.
What Kundalini kind of does is it's like we turn into animals. That's what I feel like. That's why animals love it so much, and we use a lot of fire, which the full moon is in Aries, very fiery. And what's your sign? Aquarius, air. That makes sense. You're a thinker, but right now you're coming into a place of like passion and enthusiasm and energy, which is great to raise your vibration. So Aquarius is really like to learn, and they're great teachers as well. But right now it feels like you just need to inspire through like inspired action. And when you feel called to doing something, like just frickin' do it. Kind of what you're just saying, stop doing this that you don't want to be doing, because that's the complete opposite of what you know you want to be doing, which is like inspiration and excitement. So why might you be doing these tasks?
The shitty tasks, or
all of the tasks that you're not really actually inspired to do.
Maybe because I feel like that's what I need to be doing. That's what others are doing, or if I want to be successful, or if I want to be this, or if I want to be, the healer that I, want to be, that's what I need to be doing.
Okay. Interesting. I'm just lighting my sage. Because that feels a little heavy. It feels very like toxic, would you say? Feels very like external forces, not internal forces, like very like kind of superficial-ish. Like, because you know the difference.
There's not just one path. Like, I have my path, but I'm like influenced by what I think that I should be doing.
And where are you getting these external influences from? Who are the pressures or the social things you're seeing or listening to, or is it the ego coming in being mean?
Definitely ego. Definitely the ego. Ego is telling me, if you want this, you need to work hard.
Okay. So, sorry, if you need to what? Work hard?
If you want to be successful, if you want this, you need to work hard.
Okay. So do you want to do a little theta healing here and just pull and release that belief? Okay, so we're gonna let go of what you just said, believing that, and all these external things that have been all this that's getting in your way of your mojo, your excitement about life. And let's replace that with having faith that you are going to be an amazing healer, that you already are an amazing healer, and that's something that is inevitable, that like it will just shine through you beautifully if you just let yourself. It's like, let yourself. Okay, so we're just going to breathe into that down. Okay, I'm hearing I strive to drive. I strive to drive. Wow. And I kind of get that that's a great thing, right? You're like, yes, I am a warrior goddess. And it's awesome. But at the same time, you don't need to strive. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be like such an effort for you, because you're really good at what you do. I know this because I've worked with you. So that's something that is just in you. You know what I mean? So if you can remind yourself that that's something that's so natural and pure and so loving and so like your existence is enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, kind of. Oh. So do you want to start vibrating that your existence is enough and that is actually amazing and special? Okay.
Please.
Okay. So I would also encourage you moving forward to stop judging yourself for things that you are letting go of, that you have let go of. So like if I'm here to help you, like weight on your shoulders and stuff like that, but we're letting it go. Like it's in the past now. I've removed it. You've removed it with me. It's like don't attract it back by being like feeling like you need to still carry what you let go of. Because some people that are overachievers, they want to write down like, okay, I was carrying weight on my shoulders. Like this is recorded if you do want to go into your masculine and do that. But right now it feels like just to really nurture the fact and celebrate the fact, do your happy dance that you don't have to carry that anymore. And it doesn't even, it's all just more that fluid energy of like, you don't need to relive this. You don't need to go back to it. Some people do, but you don't. You can just keep on going because it'll remind you at some point again, probably in about a month or two. It'll come, things will come back rushing in. Yeah, so you don't need to do that to yourself. So do you want to let go of kind of reliving things from the past that are in the past and replace that with trusting that you can forgive yourself when you've done things that you didn't really know at the time any better?
Yes.
Okay. And if you're okay with this, I just want to share, it feels like you're saying all the right things. Like you're like, I am this, like you change really quickly and it's awesome. But then you're like kind of sometimes affirming, I am sad or something. Like you're identifying with it. But just because you're identifying with sadness or something like that you don't want to affirm that you're sad. You want to be aware that you're sad and then shift the energy to something like, I am joyful, I am peaceful, instead of like it's like you're absorbing the emotion, which we want to be aware of the emotion, but don't absorb the emotion. Be aware and then shift it. That way it's not getting all like stuck in here. So do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So do you want to also let go of times where you've absorbed energy that either didn't belong to you or that you didn't deserve, and you absolutely like let it affect you? And let's replace that with healing light moving forward. So when there are destructive patterns of behaviors or issues in your personal life, you can just kind of like invite that love and light back into your life, just like we're doing right now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You might be either exposed to, or this could be you, but it feels like a combination of paranoia.
Okay.
Would that be yours, somebody else's, or both?
I don't think anybody really likes to label themselves as paranoid. No, I mean, I'm an overthinker. You know this. So that could be me, maybe, potentially.
Okay.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm paranoid, but I do have very rapid thoughts.
Okay. No problem. No judgment here. But are you ever exposed, or have you been exposed to paranoia? Or okay, because I mean with COVID right now, and like you are working in the public, aren't you?
No, not right now, but yes, I was.
Okay. Okay.
So definitely to the hype there.
Yeah, because I actually get that it's who you were more or less exposed to. And then as a result of being exposed to it, then it kind of got into your energy a bit, as we were just talking about, like feeling energy a lot, being an empath and that sort of thing. So like the only way we can really change that is by what we're doing right now, removing it, becoming aware of it, because sometimes you don't know that it's even there. And then moving forward, the key thing is like, what am I going to do? This is where like the tools and skills come into place. What am I going to do moving forward so I'm not absorbing other people's because that some of it's not yours. And then it's like, how can I protect? And I don't want to use the word protection, but like, how can I continue to feel this positive feeling when I am around people that are super freaking paranoid and like all crazy about stuff? Because you're going to feel it. So what would you say would be a good tool to start doing that you're not currently doing, or maybe a reminder of what you want to be doing to stop feeling these feelings from others?
I would say shielding more, becoming more grounded, and doing like shielding, and definitely at the end of the day, really releasing those energies and being more mindful and like more consistent with that practice.
Awesome. So you're giving me chills all around that side where there was like pins and needles and stuff. Like, yeah, it does feel like that will just create more flow in your life so that you do feel like you're starting things fresh and new. And it's not like getting cakey when we wear our makeup and it gets all like, oh, I wanted makeup, but now I want to take my makeup off because it's too cakey. And I was like, I need to restart. So we're all going through rebirth right now. That's been coming up in everybody's sessions, just so you know, you're not alone in that feeling. So anybody that wants to receive some of these downloads can as well, because it's going to help everyone. So thank you for being a volunteer. So do you want to congratulate yourself for starting new and fresh on your journey?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and there might be some anger, resentment, desire to use your selenite in negative ways. Just kidding.
Yes, perhaps.
What's going on there? Because we're talking about removing relationship stuff too.
Yeah, just relationships.
Okay.
Past relationships.
Okay, past ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so that's normal that, and I'm just sharing this with other people, but like it's normal for old stuff to come up. And that we don't expect to come up. So yesterday I worked on a client and careers, her old bosses were coming up and she's like, I did not expect this session to be about my old career stuff. And I'm like, well, it makes sense if we're working on, like, you're always going to be working on career as long as you're alive, basically. So yeah, and same thing for you. Of course, exes are going to come up in situations because it feels like you're all heart. And when you're all heart, relationships are like extra important to you because you care so much about other people's well-being. So it's kind of working on that detaching from other people's crap. And so it's great that you're doing this type of work for a living as well. So do you want to let go of that? Was it anger or what was it?
Anger, resentment, bitterness.
Okay. So anger, resentment, bitterness, negativity, toxic energy. And let's just permanently cut those cords with the X's. So I'm going to get Archangel Michael to fly in here with his magical selenite sword. And he's going to gently, with joy and ease, help you let go of those cords to those other people that like to reattach themselves to you. It's actually not, I don't feel like it's you. I actually feel like they think about you. And when they think about you, you feel it. Okay, just a reminder that actually it's their thoughts that are reattaching it to you. So we have to be mindful of that. So any way we can, in our real world here, remind ourselves of that to make sure that if we really want to detach, that we really detach, whether it's through our social medias or old photos or old items like jewelry or a plant or a pillow. It's okay to burn that pillow. And it's, yes, you can smudge it, but there might be memories and attachments to items and things like that. So just reminding yourself that it's also okay to want to permanently remove anything attached to these X's. That there's permission there. And it really doesn't matter who it is. It's good to be aware of who it is, but we don't need to relive the past. We're just there to heal it and say thank you. And then we're going to gently shift the energy over to moving forward, starting to vibrate love, peace offerings for yourself, and even for some of those other people that are still hurting from your past, to just start sending them love and light, and even maybe communicating with spirit about your own boundaries that you need from spirit as well. And just taking that power back that you hold in your solar plexus, and just owning that amazing physical body that you have that gives you renewed energy daily. Reminding yourself to fill up your cup when you need to. And reminding yourself to remove the toxic energy in your cup when you need to / want to, or feel the urge to, with joy and ease and comfort at the same time. I'm just going to do that download for anyone that wants it. Good. And I'm hearing, I forgive you. I forgive you, which is amazing. So just to kind of finish this up, I want to do the Hanapona Pono prayer. And if you want to, eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. Just maintaining that flow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I am sorry.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
Love you.
I'm really breathing that energy in all the way. You might need to repeat this throughout your next 4 or 5 hours today, or whatever it is. And we're going to integrate all of that wonderful healing light all through your heart space. Trusting that you have all the skills that you need moving forward to take this upon yourself to react to things in healthy ways. And I'm hearing, moving forward, as an affirmation or just as a mantra, your love is always supported. Your love is always supported. Does that connect to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been praying a lot for support from my papa, you know, that, but yeah, I like that confirmation support.
Good. And the way I interpret it from my weird brain is intent, like through having the intention of love, you're always going to be supported by like your clients or your teachers, your mentors, because you're going into things with love.
Okay.
So if you're where you might have tendencies, like as that pattern in the past, to want to relive things that have happened, it just feels like you don't need to carry it with you. You can just be like, okay, well, like, I know I was coming from a loving space. I know moving forward, I'm going to go into things still with loving space. And even if things didn't work out in my favor, the intention's there. And I know I'm going to be, I know the universe is going to support me because they know my intention. So if some people are taking me the wrong way or don't like me, that's all the external forces. It doesn't have to be harsh. Like, I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
It can be very feminine, and it can be like, I exuberate love, it's supported. And if what belongs to other people, as we were talking about, belongs to other people, and that's not mine to carry for them. So if we have clients who have a lot of issues, who don't want to fix themselves, and their sessions didn't work out, or they didn't want to continue, we just want to kind of keep reassuring ourselves where we stand in the matter, and that the universe is always going to kind of like have our back. Yeah, because I feel like this is what you're meant to be doing. So we want to make sure that we're becoming inspired to continue to do that, and not let some of those negative experiences along our path to get us down when you don't deserve that either. So don't, like, be kind to yourself is what I'm saying in the process, because there's always that bad worm or bad seed that you're gonna want to do this too. But we want to kind of love and light them. And it can be really challenging when we're angry and upset at people that have hurt us. So we want to kind of just be like, I don't feel like sending them healing light right now. But I know I need
They're gonna
to.
do it.
So I'm just gonna like trust that they're gonna get what they need. And it's not like karma's a bitch, but it's kind of like, universe, like, support this person in the way that they need it. And I'm gonna be supported in the love that I'm holding for myself as well. Right. That just felt important to talk about.
I needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So any last questions, any like thing that was burning or bothering you?
Oh, I feel so good.
Okay, awesome. That's my one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna close you up. So I'm just kind of brushing your energy. And I would keep working on continuously working on that breath today as well. Just like to keep recycling your breath, so you feel like you're constantly purifying things out of your system as well, because I know food probably plays a big role for you in your life, and so we just want to make sure that we're getting all our nutrition and things like that as well. Cool. Thank you. And I'm doing 50% off of my Reiki level 1 on Saturday from 10 to 12. So that link I'm going to put in the description. So if people want to just click on there, it's only $100 for your level 1 certificate, which is awesome. And that's going to be over Zoom. So that's for the first 3 people that sign up for that. Cool. So if you're interested, let me know.
Thanks, Robin.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.